Are your legs feeling weaker, heavier, or more painful with each day that passes? Have you found that simple, everyday tasks like standing up, taking a walk, or even climbing a flight of stairs are becoming increasingly difficult? If this sounds familiar, I urge you to pay very close attention. What I am about to share with you in this video might come as a shock. It could be the very explanation for why this is happening to you, and it involves certain dangerous foods you might be eating every single day. You will learn about 2 vitamins, astonishingly considered essential, that could be secretly working against you. We'll uncover a combination of factors that are quite literally draining the strength from your legs. Yes, you heard that right. Vitamins that everyone claims are good for you could actually be making your muscles weaker, putting a strain on your joints, and leaving your legs feeling unsteady and uncomfortable. The most terrifying part is that these dangers are often hiding in plain sight, disguised within your daily routine. Every sip you take and every bite you eat could be contributing to the weakness you're experiencing. But it gets even more concerning. The 2 vitamins you might be taking right now, believing you are doing something good for your body, will truly astound you. While you think you are protecting yourself and strengthening your bones by purchasing these supplements, you could actually be accelerating muscle loss and undermining the very foundation of your leg's strength. This presentation will expose the truth behind these pills and foods. You are about to discover what is really causing that persistent fatigue, swelling, stiffness, and pain. Most importantly, you will learn exactly what to avoid and what changes to make, starting today, to reclaim your power, your vitality, and your independence. If you want to maintain strong legs for many years to come and age with vibrant health, then stay with me until the very end. We often associate sweets and sugary desserts with comfort and moments of pleasure. However, as we get older, these very indulgences can become silent enemies to the health of our legs. When you consume an excess of refined sugar, it triggers inflammatory responses throughout your body, which can be particularly damaging to your muscles and joints. This chronic inflammation can make your legs more sensitive, painful, and prone to deterioration over time. Furthermore, a high sugar intake is directly linked to increased insulin resistance. When your body becomes resistant to insulin, it struggles to properly use glucose for energy, essentially starving your muscles of the fuel they need. When muscles don't receive enough energy, they naturally become weaker and less efficient at everything they do. The trouble doesn't stop there. Sugar consumption is a major contributor to weight gain, and every extra pound you carry places additional stress on your legs. This increased load demands more work from the muscles and joints in your lower body, accelerating wear and tear and leading to more discomfort. For older adults who are already experiencing the natural age-related loss of muscle mass, this is a particularly dangerous combination. Sugar also elevates the production of toxins in your body, which only serves to aggravate the inflammatory response. The more inflammation you have, the more difficult it becomes to keep your legs functional and firm. Did you know that sugar also has a direct and negative impact on your blood circulation? When you consume too much, it increases the risk of vascular disorders, which can restrict blood flow to your lower limbs. Poor circulation means your leg muscles receive less oxygen and fewer nutrients, which severely hinders tissue regeneration and slows down muscle recovery. That fleeting moment of pleasure from a dessert might come at far too high a cost for your long-term health. Next, let's talk about fried foods. That crispy texture might be hard to resist, but the damage these foods can inflict on your body, especially after the age of 60, simply cannot be ignored. Foods rich in trans and saturated fats, like French fries, fried chicken, and donuts, cause a spike in inflammatory markers throughout the body. This inflammation directly targets your muscles and joints, leading to stiffness, increased discomfort, and a higher susceptibility to injury. The type of fat found in fried foods is also known to impede blood flow. When circulation is compromised, it becomes much harder for oxygen and vital nutrients to reach your muscles. This effectively robs your body of its ability to heal itself and build strength. Over time, this process can weaken your body's support structure and accelerate joint wear. Have you ever noticed that after a meal heavy in fried foods, your legs tend to feel heavier and more sore? This is your body's direct response to the onslaught of harmful fats. The digestion process for these foods is long and arduous, consuming a significant amount of your body's energy. Now, this leaves less energy available for your muscles, which can directly manifest as that feeling of fatigue in your legs. Moreover, the regular consumption of fried foods is strongly linked to weight gain, which only compounds the stress on your lower extremities. Breaking this habit can be a challenge, but it is absolutely necessary for your mobility. These foods also possess a very low nutritional density, meaning they provide very few of the vitamins, minerals, and proteins that are crucial for strengthening your muscles. A diet dominated by such foods creates a dangerous imbalance that actively promotes the loss of muscle mass, affecting your ability to bear weight, climb stairs, or even walk safely. White bread is a staple in many households, a common item for breakfast and snacks, but its impact on your body, particularly as you age, is far from harmless. It is made from refined flour, a process that strips away most of the fiber and essential nutrients. This makes it a carbohydrate that is absorbed very quickly, causing a sharp spike in blood glucose levels. These dramatic spikes and subsequent crashes in blood sugar directly affect your muscle health, especially in the legs, generating feelings of fatigue and weakness. Because it is low in fiber and high on the glycemic index, regular consumption of white bread increases insulin resistance. This condition impairs the entry of glucose into your muscle cells, robbing them of the energy they need for daily activities. Beyond the issues with blood sugar, white bread offers very little nutritional support for muscle recovery. To prevent sarcopenia, which is the progressive loss of muscle that comes with aging, older individuals have a greater need for protein. Relying on white bread while neglecting other sources of protein is a mistake that can deplete your body meal by meal. This can result in legs that feel weak, tired, and unstable. In addition, white bread does nothing to nourish your body and can actively promote weight gain, especially when it's paired with butter, processed cheeses, or sugary toppings. This excess weight puts even more pressure on your legs, which are already more fragile in our later years, leading to pain, inflammation, and an increased risk of injury. Each bite might seem innocent, but the cumulative effect of these poor eating habits is what causes the most significant damage. As we age, consuming alcoholic beverages becomes increasingly dangerous, especially when we consider the health of our muscles and joints. Beyond the age of 60, the body becomes less efficient at metabolizing alcohol, which intensifies its harmful effects. One of the key consequences is its interference with the absorption of vital minerals, including calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D. Without these essential components, our muscles weaken and our bones can become more brittle, which significantly heightens the likelihood of falls and fractures. Alcohol also acts as a direct inhibitor of muscle repair. This means that after any form of physical exertion, your body needs a longer time to restore its tissues, resulting in prolonged pain, fatigue, and an increased chance of injury. Alcohol is also a diuretic, which leads to dehydration. Dehydration can severely impair muscle flexibility and is a common cause of painful leg cramps. Furthermore, alcohol puts a strain on your liver function. The liver is connected to the synthesis of compounds that are vital for tissue health. The relationship between drinking and weight gain is also a significant factor to consider. Alcoholic beverages are often dense in calories and can promote the formation of belly fat. This extra weight places a considerable strain on your legs and demands more from your joints, impairing your overall mobility. When you combine this with the natural decrease in muscle mass that occurs with aging, the effects on your quality of life can be devastating. Regular consumption raises your body's inflammatory levels, which only exacerbates discomfort and can reduce your desire to engage in physical activity. Processed meats, valued for their convenience, mask serious hazards for leg health, particularly in our later years. Foods like bacon, ham, and sausages are notoriously high in sodium and chemical preservatives, which are known to promote chronic inflammation throughout the body. This inflammation directly impacts your joints and can cause a persistent feeling of discomfort in the muscles of your legs, ankles, and knees. That stiffness you might feel upon waking could be directly related to these foods. Another significant drawback is their high content of saturated fat. This type of fat can reduce muscular blood flow, raise your levels of bad cholesterol, and compromise your overall circulation. When the blood supply is poor, your leg muscles are deprived of the nutrition and oxygen they need for proper maintenance and regeneration, leading to a gradual weakening of your lower extremities. These foods also contribute to an accumulation of toxins in the body, which puts stress on your liver and kidneys. These organs are crucial for filtering out chemicals that, when allowed to accumulate, can lead to muscular fatigue. The preservatives found in processed meats have also been shown to negatively affect glucose metabolism, reducing the amount of energy available to your muscles. Again, the effect is experienced directly in your legs as a persistent feeling of fatigue and heaviness. While people sometimes select these items for their convenience, it is at this stage of life that dietary attention should be redoubled. The convenience may come at the very high price of sacrificing your quality of life. Making the switch to healthy proteins like eggs, chicken, fish, and lean cuts of beef is a critical first step in preserving your muscular strength. Now, we must discuss the two vitamins that, when taken in excess, could be seriously compromising your leg strength. The truth about these supplements might truly shock you. First, let's talk about vitamin A. This vitamin is essential for many bodily processes, including our vision, immune function, and skin integrity. However, taking too much vitamin A, particularly from supplements, can be harmful and lead to a variety of negative consequences, including serious effects on your leg muscles. As we get older, our bodies struggle more to metabolize and excrete any excess, increasing the likelihood that it will accumulate in the liver and joints. One of the most common signs of vitamin A toxicity, or hypervitaminosis A, is muscle pain, especially in the legs and back. This occurs because the excess vitamin can inflame your muscular tissues. This pain is often confused with other joint or spinal problems. Beyond just pain, there are reports of muscle weakness, making it difficult to climb stairs, walk, or even rise from a chair after sitting for a prolonged period. An excess of vitamin A can also hinder the absorption of other vital minerals, including magnesium and calcium. Without adequate levels of these minerals, your muscles cannot contract and relax properly, which promotes the development of fatigue, spasms, and painful leg cramps. The other vitamin that can cause unexpected harm is vitamin D. It is often recommended for the elderly to support bone health and ensure proper immune system function. However, few people realize that an excess of vitamin D can have major negative effects, even on your legs. This condition, known as hypervitaminosis D, typically results from excessive supplementation. When this vitamin accumulates in the body, muscle pain is one of the primary symptoms, often accompanied by weakening and a loss of motor coordination. An excess of vitamin D can elevate the calcium levels in your blood, a condition called hypercalcemia. This can result in leg stiffness, a burning sensation in the muscles, cramps, and joint discomfort. This hypercalcemia directly impacts your muscles and nerves, compromising the electrical impulses that direct your body's movements. Furthermore, it can cause unnecessary calcification of soft tissues, including muscles and tendons. This means areas like your knees, calves, and thighs can become stiffer, less flexible, and uncomfortable during any form of exertion. What should be a protective substance becomes a source of wear and restriction. Vitamin D supplementation should always be tailored to your specific needs, based on laboratory tests and medical advice. It is a crucial point to emphasize because many individuals believe that if a little is good, more must be better. When it comes to your legs, the result of this thinking can be a devastating loss of movement and independence.